It's still in the comments.
Whether Obi Bitch, me the man join say the minority leader, ya small parliament, I na kaida. Embarrassed. Ne ngwase nti me pese me boni pakuru din wa ha. E ma e ono abe patch ona dan for ne koba. But e was say bibi fi bibi ase aye nyina ye wonkwara wo fi aye tete wo mo. E de na mo ne yetu si e ma behwe. Say de da che wo so be conduct wo ho yi. De si nra no nyame anim nokure ni. Be ma na ye oba asa enka do pe ye nyina ye beso ya no de agu ne so. Onto ne bo e wo no ma ho na politics no kwa me nkroma mo kure fi ase ne ye bo mu din e de ka ba kwese mo. Nti ya mo nti
ye nyina so fan krata ne nsie na mami for happy birthday en fa makwabra ansa
ye memory verse no ya
and I see a time nti we are now there quickly now and then me for happy birthday en makwabra ansafo abrante kwabra ansafo o ye kumasi onim kumasi toko biemu the kumasi nsem so da na kumaso ye kumasi DC kumasi nsem da na kumaso nti abrante kwabra ansafo happy birthday to you yankupon show na onti na nim chiro be ka chanti Eunice raba konkwen se ompekwenkwen bi mrewa no agoto mansa raba konkwen bre na konkwen
agoto me mo achi me te won ka che ene so ye rekria birthday
okay
me be rekria Joycelyn
okay
Oparabia Mills Joycelyn Oparabia Mills ene ye raba birthday nti rekria ba bia wo bia me ma wa chi ma uti nkwa happy birthday na so asensi nkwada e de aka ho nti onyame ma wa hoden ne nkwa na said ya wo ye bubbly na wo ye obi kan ye say jolly good fellow no to aso sa nyame hira
birthday na ye 7 akasa birthday eh 7 ya 7 yo na 7 boy ya camera man
nice one
happy birthday
teacher ni bi wo manso edubia so fili e brutal fa no ba and the whom is to tap pictures. I say funny teacher 2 and about be able teacher 2 teacher 2 or brofo English language manso edubia senior high school was in the TV that or your part of bia answer no class
teacher 2
it is teacher 2 and pay the whole share and I pay the you 2 August Mesa aka teacher 2 and I pay you 2 yeah that's a balance so
yeah nyina so na fan krata ne nsie Kwesi Asieduaa de Ghana to say etwa so me did na ama into 4.
Abusuafo ye mamu nyina chimbi mama kwa ba Ghana te sen ebreso na yedri na ena no pay ye de ani e appointments committee nra Dr. Edward Kofi Omane Boama okọ committee nanim ema wokototo na no se wogi ne tum ne nioma wode kire ye eso ani a obey Ghana man so afo behwe bambo ho nsem so eye defense ministry tina che so ne asrafo no na behwe abom e wo ho papaapa ero nsem bebre ko so ema Dr. Mane Boama echeche ne mani so na semba ko a okan ye bie ene se ekwan ya efa so efa nipa ede omoko police ni asrafo adwuma mu no ekamia ye se ase ebi nyina so papa bia nipa ne bebre no a ye hunu ete omasem se wo mo ne ye no anamontu bi anya fe no bebre no ana na training no enhyeda enko yie kwan ya efa so recruit wo mo na ndo oba obehwe se obema no regional balance ya amantam edu nsia no obia mu nipa o qualify obetimi afa no ama no akogye ntete ni bi abeda ne sojeni ye Romane Boama kan nsem ni bebre ye nkwohwe ne nsem ne kakra na ye nkaikaye ho ye ba ye ne owura Richard Kumado ebisi akiri edi ho nkomo.
Regional balance is attained.
Thank you very much. In the absence of any follow-up, I will proceed to give the floor to Honorable Peter Lanchini. Honorable members, let me place on record that he's the 4th person to ask the question, and I've admitted questions from them in line with Standing Order 2172, which allows chairperson, ranking members, and 2 other members of the relevant subject matter standing or select committee persons nominated by persons to join the appointment committee in vetting persons nominated by the president. So they are the subject matter committee members. You may proceed to ask your question.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Minister designate, congratulations. You know as well as I do that when you are dealing with military, you are dealing with precision. And I do not doubt meticulous nature and the fact that you must be trusted by the state. So once again, I say congratulations for this nomination. The Ghana Armed Forces has a very impressive image across the world. If this committee gives you the nod and you are finally sworn in as a minister,
a need arose for you to be seen as the chair of this committee and none other. Rightly so, you are the chair. I want, for the last time, plead with those who come here as friends of committee, especially from the majority, to allow decorum, what we call decorum, to manifest at this committee. I will end it here.
Proceed to give your answer.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Knowing the Ghana Armed Forces, what that means that at the beginning of the training, you are being asked to abandon all hopes of normal life when you enter the military academy. And it is not easy. If I may add, some people go all the way to the point of being tempted, and they consider and drink water that has been used to soak clothes because you are thirsty. You are tested to the limits. That is the reality. And so I will not, and have the assurance that I will not. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, I don't have any follow-up questions.
Thank you very much. I'll proceed to give the floor to Honorable Habib. No. You don't have any further?
No follow-up.
No follow-up, but you have a further question. Please go ahead.
Mr. Meni, we know that the African sub-region has issues with terrorist activities. And the experts tell us that the movement of these groupings is southwards. If you look at all the countries within the sub-region, most of them, if not most of
for way and then come be a cajon and a course appointments committee and Minra Parliament House. Now you're a manebo ma in Samano HS was set ye ma yin sojana sra a jumano a general ma my Ghana name when yes because a feku be and any peku be inqua ye ni power bo whom do I Ghana for ya we need that form I will bet me a year a jumano na yadoma fanti team yakwa masona ye ne security analyst or Richard Kumadu a dim come bisano says so near mining komo said the course yi sa na ne ehu no na ene ya say ye nti san komo akwako pisa na Mr. Kumado mache. Hello Mr. Kumado. Me say we free awomane so ye hwese besan ede no abebio eno ankomo e course so ye wura omane boama ene empanyimfo say sika so jaduma na den papa enipa no ankasa kra de omo nkwato ho ede ma oman no ukọ baabi omotachi school no wono a omatworo ede ese wo brofum say edu baabi kra at the peril of their lives omo de omo nkwa ebo afode ede ma oman no nti o se efa nipa wo watu ho ache na ede adwuma no ama no Mr. Kumado ma ache
ya na mama me
pa cho wona mu boko de
Awurade adumo na mo so e.
Nyankopon kuta yemu. Meda se papa e wo wada agya no pay e wo ye ho. Enra defense minister designate Dr. Edward Omaneboama e kwa appointments committee anim. Beje de se wo de wani di se de nkomo ne ko ye no achi. Na sem ba ko a enei nipa bebre ka ho asem no e ye regional balance a ye de be ko ye military no emu. We no security emu no wo ne sen.
Yo me we ye eni ye no. Eye me na
Abusuafo mo fa nchen kakra adwuma na egu pono ne so ne dɔɔso nti telephone numbers ni bitimi bɔfra na kofa ba bi de mo fa nchen ye hwɛ kwan sɛ yɛn sabeka ora Richard Kumado ya wo no enim do onim de ɛwɔ fraud prevention and security enso emu na ye bisa no sɛ ɛkwan a yɛde yasrafo ɛfa so bra ye pebie ede akɔ asra adwuma no emu ye behwe kra ye se obi wa ekotwa da ne na ho ye behwe ye se obi wa ne nan no abusua mena no enye kese ye behwe chese edem dia na ekam kakra bi ewo nipadua ne ho a ye nyi wo mfa wo mfra esan se adwuma na eden papa na ne nyina emu no a wo fa ntetie mu koba no ya na ntetie no edidi ebi mu etiri mu dam eno ma on kwan ma woyɛ de wo pɛ ananso sɛ wo de won ɛhwɛ mrase na wo mo adi mraso pɛpɛpɛ na Dr. Omaneboama asɛm o kan ne kyerɛ sɛ regional balance ne de hia aban bi a wo bɛ twam ana mpɛn bi aba twam no na yɛyi yɛni afiri regional balance ne so ɛna yɛyɛ de nipa bɛ na ne yɛkɔfa wo mo kɔ asra adwuma no emu so far Ghana military de omo bɔ omo homoden ɛwɔ adwuma no omo ne police fo ne nyina kora obi abɔ ne homoden papa ne titiriw basoba omanfo de ma wo mo eye election ye ekwa wieye na anu ye no ekwan ya soja ne police fo fa so conduct bra no manfo ni bi ye nianso ne aso brache ene basabasa ya no police ni kitatuo gina wo soja ni kitatuo na enso so ye hu so bi ade bi bo bi ye kwa homa so na ye ne ora Richard Kumado ye rese se de ye nya na Mr. Kumado, good morning.
Morning.
Kafra ya hwehwe wa bre meje de se bibia ye bokọ de ya da se enra utie Dr. Omaneboama any appointments committee asem o kasa no kwan e fa so recruit nipa kotri mu e wo Ghana ha also oba wo the regional balance beba before no na enkoyie saa na imbalances bi wo mu ana
we never o set trap amami anapawe
that I say
o set trap amami anapawe
oh ayankomo na ye die wadaroma
the way I got there, nine balances. Now, say wow, if the imbalances work. But
minim, and I minim crown one, me viewers in tea. Ya na ye de want to two or not say yen na answer near the educated what.
But okay. One of the major issues for Omaneboama when he gets the fully approved by the promotions within the Ghana forces. One of the major issues creating turbulence within the Ghana forces. Why is the issue of promotion a major one? Over a few years now, you are promoting juniors over seniors. And a military hall a very structured place in this country is to split. We are not getting it right. One of the ways of not getting it right is recruitment. And now, over here, the minority leader can say the fact that I'm grilling you doesn't mean that you won't give me protocol. The first deputy speaker say, oh no. Your friend of protocol. Your friend is over call to sector minister. Now I can panic say, oh my, a normal flood. But meaning about Obiad him say the word is protocol and somebody is lying. But when you say somebody is lying, one share yeah, then they call you to privilege committee.
Yeah.
Next somebody is not telling the truth. It's in the same vein now. They pick those protocol officers and put them into the military. And not just the military, but all the security agencies in Ghana. As a result, so one share here, one the military than the other. And it's in that order. So I can say obey regional balance is in order. But is it regional balance we need, or people who are qualified to serve in the armed forces? And when they enter the armed forces and you are using policies to promote juniors over seniors, then you may have the regional balance correct, as we have done or we try to do over the years. But we have destroyed the military with policies. NDC and PP policies, it has never been the military, and that is why they are the way they are.
I see. What can you say that is where they are the way they are? No, what you military no. Omwaduma say so omo ye internally there. Yen share denya issue bia ebe here military na adwuma na emom ye de omo kokoko peacekeeping. Sudan, money Lebanon ne amaya etete saso. So far say Ghana military omo they are faring well. Omo bomb homo de anambwa.
No, your military went beating people. Is that the military you want?
O say military
the military went beating people in Ashama. Is that the military you want?
And you know, action, a provoking reaction.
The military went to Obuasi and kill people and injure some. And government said they should investigate and prosecute. Is that the military you want? The military shot people in 2020 election. Is that the military you want? The military went to a draft and shot people, including a small boy. Is that the military you want? The military is being used for commercial security activities in the mining sector. In the case of Unia Erasmus, Joy FM journalist, so the military issue. Is that the kind of military you want? Your military that cannot fight anybody because you pack it with politicians who have no business being in the military. Is that the military you want? Yen Jai said, yen transfer or we are lying to ourselves that you have built a military that is capable. We military way, call war in places in that. And that is why there is a need for retooling of the military. To catch up with places like Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali, we are very close to us, or even Cote d'Ivoire. Who would among the ratings in the West, or even within the West Africa. Wapa bropa ena nyama esa oyama military for no one yet until all you do is to promote genius over genius and create political crisis for the military.
I see. Now regional balance now I am correct and a better remedy problems our boss way nyina no.
It doesn't resolve anything. Unless one particular region is crying that our people want to serve in the military and they are not giving them. Or military officers are saying that in this particular region, military, they display high levels of quality and excellence. And you hear more people from that military is about in immigration. Criteria are very strict. And you're officer of military in the first place. And your biana your fan was military in the second. And your biana upper military jumano. And lastly, and your biana you didn't run military more or to meet distinguishing in who or your serving officer to the highest level. And those are the strict criteria to look at, but not to parley with people who have no business being there.
And say you be day because according to what they are and raveting na say minority leader can say or slot and also say protocol sanya grow no odi na sempa no work politicians need to be remu asa you be day
no esa na mo ye no na wo be sa question no say onim because nipa na say oye the head of the committee so by house they can say they put in a normal hundreds of normal people into the military and other places. Not in this country unless to lie about it, and that is what they do. And what Afenyomato was talking about, he knew exactly what he was talking about, and that is exactly what politicians do in this country. Unless we want to play ostrich about it and say it is not true, but that is exactly what happened.
So in your idea in what dream no a quite best so any first recruit to nipa ebema yenya nipa ye pair omo mine ho do a etimi aye adwuma no maye ne yi.
When I was joining the BNI, yeah 4,000 plus next after 3 years of background checks, yeah fire nipa 4. And then by the grace of God, I'm an asset to the whole world. garbage in, garbage out. You set the procedure right. A chrome higher can say you need HR for how many number na military as a standard institution all over the world. They have a way of taking people in there. Unless we want to learn about it, we don't know. If we don't know, they should look for HR people who know what to do in the area of HR, in the area of human development, in the area of personality and capacity building. They will teach them. Other than that, I think seriously we are lying about almost everything in this country, and that is where we are not getting it right.
Okay. Mr. Kumando, ye brain into do besia, ye da wasi papa pano pay. Ebusa for Richard Kumando, and I didn't deal komono or ye fraud prevention and security expert, or no near TC and or no near any deal komono na, and run koma kofa we dia bano, a Prince Committee, Dr. Manebo Amakoya was military no kwaya fa so fani pa no emmoa emma adwuma no enye se de yepe na kwafoforo no ba wo de ebe fa so ye de beja omuni nkomo no de aka o mafie mu ene me offices da achi bi no ye besan ato aso me de mu esi anima sorry ema ye de health and lifestyle abeto amuso me de Akua Asieduaa me da mu nyina se mamo achi Christ asum dwe nkamo.
mamu nyina che e de ba health and lifestyle so me din e de PSC ladi ye wo yare ni o how pay wo wiase mu na ebi wo hodom a e silent killers me fa ne se obekọ hospital betimi achini a wa hwe ya beka se nipa no free mo ye huru yade no ye frɛ ade bi cortisol e woni padua mu na e dose e kosoro high cortisol levels no e ye deadly etimi kun wo low cortisol level la ene so timi kun tin komoyi e special topic ene e de eba special doctor nso ene e be kire ye enti wachini na wo nto wo a e bia na e saade no ene e hawo ye ka cortisol ye de ye ne Dr. Joshua Asante of Free Diamond Diagnostical and Treatment Center e ho na Dr. Marina Yeshuniana e wo no ye bedin komo afa high cortisol e ho.
Good morning, Ohima.
Yeah, that's say topic we ever kasa to me the me no de ne pa so say frɛ waba yeah that's pa yeah ka cortisol e de ya
na mo word ya mo choose
eh
no de ya no to so tiefo emfa enche na obu a wotie bia ya ka cortisol e ahosuo aye be kano brofo kasem say homo bi a woni pedua ni mu a so de say silent killer na set mache ba ho a ebitimi din sunsu anso bone abre nipa no ye nipadua na kwa esiesie sa cortisol no ye kidney organ bi a wo ye kidney no ye friend adrenal glands na common name a ye de masa hormone yi ye stress hormone acha say stress e bani paswa na e de sa hormones na eba ye woni ema ahodo bi wo no ma etimi eba ni pedua ni ma ebe ma high cortisol level and say low cortisol level ye gusu di nkomo ye hu ye be hu say o cortisol level na kosra yare ahodo a de brew a bibre adwen enko ho a ye de hye ne ma foforo a wo be treat ya na low cortisol level no nso no e won sunsanso a e de bre ni pedua no nti cortisol de ni nkyere mu tiawa ne se eye ahosuo e wo ni pedua ni mu a e di dwuma ahodo bebre e de boa ni pedua no de di kan titru ene se e regulate your blood pressure
okay
eye BP the toso a eye very important ene se e regulate your blood sugar level eye glucose level in the body. Enti sa cortisol no temache eba ho a ebetima ma hypertension and ebetima ma wanya diabetes yare ahodo bi ka ho a ye gusu di nkomo no ye bebobo so na esan play a major role ewo ye immune system say asojafo a ye de kon yare say infections bi ananse emo bi beba onipadua mu a onipadua no betima fight every hono eboa na MBSC your friend say fight or flight say we ma show na ubenya akukoduro de etu anamon say bia wo hwiri wo bi akromfo adwagu so anase wo twi ka akra na impromptu anase mputupuzu BBS no sa akukoduro a ubenya de afesi sa o how no o cortisol no na a play and answer a boy nipadua no etimi ma ni di sa adwuma no ye wo other hormones ka ho ba cortisol no so en di sa adwuma di ne kese
enti se o cortisol se ye balance na se regulate obi ye wo kan immune o blood pressure and o sugar level ye be se wo high cortisol e bi enye nru de unipadua ni mu no ubenya science bi ho say cortisol no betinka bi say cortisol level no e kosoro do na
eniema betima dadi wo unipadua mu but e bi a wo mfa wa adwen so se wunya high
okay ye bi ye project wo TV no so
ya e bi kan e betimi aha wo unipadua no say ubenya hypertension eno na mfa wo age ho say wo ye antie ana say wadru wo mbesiru mu no ubetime hypertension and ebetime ma type 2 diabetes na afenso no ebetimi ama wanya bibia ye friend irritability obi won ma woto asa ne ho tete no ene ade ne ho ye no mota kan ne ye ne basa ena afin so no ebetimi ama wo puti on weight inti you may kind of stress hormone obi mo ho mo ko through stress say financial stress emotional stress and answer adwuma ni nyina aka ho no na o puti on weight o no a wonidi sa cortisol no na this anzunzanso no eba stress be ni pasope na o cortisol level na ekosoro nti the more na we go through that stress no na o cortisol na ekosoro no etimi ma wunya weight na weight no so no bed the positive fat no nim ayekufu the frɛ omota frɛ no kosoro kobofo no bones ne soro no aye kese afi na stretch marks wo na beti ni na furu hu bebre na ne nan no aye mfiamfia ne tu nyina ehia firi ho insusu kosoro kobofo de say ne soro so na ne chest na aye kese obi a ne cortisol wo soro no insusu a de ba na type 2 diabetes obi onuma wakwaya resabia or ye young abrantie wanya diabetes ontiase enye ni nyina ne free problem e wo pancreas organ ho cortisol level no the more we abrantie wo stress e bia wo sori ahomache wo kwa adwuma wo bedru efie anajo wo na wo dwendwen chese nani dibi biachi sa stress na eba ni pedua no so nyina no e ma wo produce that high cortisol level na the diabetes bebro at a very young age.
Na research last year by say Ghana diabetes ni padodo no enya pa no stress we kan officer ye dru bra o wetin kran say ya obesore 2 o'clock no aba be go person be
traffic so yeah
o ko ya bedru ya na o say ko o nidi ye em say stress na dey ku ye pa
anti yeah me futu am dey ma tiefo nyina no say ye hu awa ye be manage ye stress titru. If you say stress ebe nipa so no de cortisol ne kosoro a my hypertension
and high cortisol
betime unya hypertension obi one man ne hypertension wako ayaresabia ya mani BP nduro ye de na to cholesterol nduro so ne ade nyina no still na ne BP no da so ejina so na hypertension so kunipa obi okro okoda na jo ade beche ye say na ne hu ba bia anya dai emfa no ye hu de ye no enso ye de wawu obi won so otimi complaini se niti na ye ne ya be tu de ne kwa yare sabia no enso no ya brand o ya babawa the way I was see stress no ho e bia ne dan ka enema bebre o peska wonya bi o padwuma wonya bi adwendwen ene enema e ha no abrabom nyina no e ma ne cortisol kosora etimi ma no hypertension.
Yeah, when now the alone so I be a balance na o de ndi ate aba form a cortisol no de
no so no the disease bi ba your friend no Addison's disease no obi on ma depression hwenye no kra what one na usu as a bibi ha no de bia no onye happy na depression na unipa no gusu nya no kra betima na commit suicide nti homo na yedi hu nkomo yidi etiefo entie ni na very interesting. If you say wakwaya sabia or hypertension or diabetes obi on ma wanya stretch marks or the anante body omo ye sa treatment atu and ya dey usua enkoda obi on so a o ye kese ama bi kura adwen say obi a e was okoye plastic surgery I was ye hwehwemu ehu ne balance o cortisol no and I can say stress about so and the cortisol ne kosoro ye wo enuro bi nso wo hono mu a uyusu a timima cortisol no e kosoro e de sansuanso yi ebrew the friend no corticosteroids obi wo hono ma
because me ka see sha no obi utimi obi yes wa no palate
ai ene sa prednisone ne ahudo bebre what you say cortisone and injections are hospital you tell you for infections and obaby also creams ya o mu use and also e bi containing sa corticosteroids
especially the
rashes na or the strain pneumonia they are dealing with no nyina it may lead to high cortisol level e betima penetrate uni peduanim e de sensus and so dey abro until later no we feel say na nimu e ye fe ene ade but obedru baby na fe na wonya stretch marks na ebegu ni nipadua no ho asɛ ne skin ni nyina ye nsunsuanso a cortisol no se imbalance ya edeba e na omo ta nom caffeine coffee you be a onom coffee and I say caffeine containing product and also cause high cortisol no naturally ye sorry anopa aya na e wo soro
okay
nti we go through the day no na e decline enkwa anwumre no na akofom kura se de be ya ubetimi ayde ada we say cortisol no ejina soro a untimi na
and obi so ntimi na o so
nti e wo se wa num wiase nduro nyina ogya duro ne nompe na untimi na e wo se ye nhwehwemu e bia na ne o problem won cortisol level what you say nti na omo num caffeine no purpose omo den o pese o ye adwuma anajo ona nti wo raise cortisol level no said e be ye be keep you awake and wo koso a wo use for a very long period and I say within some period no na e the sensunso boni yebo so hypertension diabetes any sunso boni bebre abrewu ni pedua no
yeah dangerous cortisol nti football be na wo de be my generally see atiasi and then I'm a kakra no China for the battery beba. What's around a pa?
No, wow,
we because speed in we speed. I never call. It is stress level.
I foot you ne say yenteso. The biana me was in be American say we are see we no. And you na do ho buy. And the bima bet na mu be 2000 years or me free. What do hu tu nyame so yi a obehwe. Nti yente ye stress so. Na yenya gidi wo nyankopon mu se obe provide wo famu dia ye sorry kwa adwuma ende ehu hia ye wo famu dia but en stress hu to the level se chenchena say na mepe e wo se minya wo ye sa afi wo benya sika na wie no na wo san de ko yare e na cortisol ya ye kan yentimi nhwe wani mu anka se maame wo de wo soro ana se wo fom e bia ne nsunsanso bi daddy e no kra wo be kwa yare sabia no enye a doctor for no anase facility no na ebedwen say bia was a ukokoye cortisol no emu nhwehwemu what you say nti was o pe specialist na wako ni aye san nhwehwemu na hu say wo cortisol no e wo soro anase wo fom ni yehu how aye be manage mpacho what you say eni ye didie na yenye relaxed yenye niema e be ma ye ni age obi onum a e free say ye si afini mu bepem ne we feel happy ewo ni pedua ma na say na adwemu the bia as so so as we dream we as we say we should cut down on the stress, then we should also get enough sleep. Na yemfa ye ho ntu nyame so se de meka ye no se ye nyagidie wo nyame mu a de ehia bia no obe provide amaye
and the Bible no say obi enu a wadwenwen etimi de basafa baako akwa ne tenten so adi wa stress ho so ye ho hwe
dabi
enye ye da se pa ene na odo ebia na obi wo more questions dem bisa odo numbers betuda amaye
mate obi person ofre ya on friend number is 0267
0267
01
82
89 0267 01 82 89 Kumasen so ye wo TUC junction
okay
oba ho no ma oba beto our doctor for any machines a ye de be yu ni pedua ni mu Accra so ye wo East Legon ye ni Legon University Sports Stadium na ye opposite
ye da se pa Dr. Joshua Asante nti se wo hunu se ayarehwe no e holistic enye one way e do so pa na is a diamond diagnostical and treatment center aduma wutimi ebo no e pa cho ye da se pa sa obaye me so me din e di PCL dey change over me move over Kwesi Park Wilson be take over or the more cross over OBT agenda ina fi emotion barka ga jamalo la kwena mi akatata ni fijam yi wala don te posi zo te posi en fati posi pam senda tunde obrigado Aisa Buari Simungode yeda mu nyina wase big up still fi almi I drink them encantadios adios.
Right, Ebusha for Yama Obibia Kwababium Edaba Oyerepa TV so. We are doing your OBT agenda. That is Oyerepa breakfast time agenda. Now, this morning, and some of the doors, so I'll be happy if you share your thought with me. Our Facebook will quite you share Oyerepa live on Facebook like a page, you know. If I'll come and go home, make kind in the amount and the annual pay. Now, sounds like be a phone lines and I enjoy the conversation with the thoughts. This morning, we didn't at the Kwesi Park Wilson. Now, Anopedia, I'm sure by now you've heard, sir, Dr. Stephen Oponi and the Attorney General, Dominic Kayeni, case in the court, you know, which has traveled for about 8 years, you know, almost file what you call a nolly prosequa. What it means is that Abino and also the state, you know, is not interested in pursuing the case anymore. Or look at the merit and demerit of the case. At the internet, Abino say, on pursue case in the beam. What is happening? Is it because of Poninia Gogo and this Fontiana? And I think there's something really going to miss. And Sana, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has been talking, and perhaps this could be, or this has been, the first public appearance after the defeat, you know, in December. Or Kaba, why, yana, appointment, appoint you more, on the technical know-how to be at various agencies in that day. He strongly believes, and no can be, and what they call it, institutions, you know, 80 men perform year. It's, you know, we'll look at that. But just before that, I don't pay about today, an activist that don't know, or Sergeant for Oliver Bakafom, or be call a year parliament. Now, I can't say about parliament, you say the vetting committee is ongoing, then there was a shocker of vetting committee, you know, a year Lindo Kulu being the Greater Accra Regional Minister. Nominee or peer vetting. In fact, in less than 10 minutes, we check it time and about 4 minutes 52 seconds, and I'm the vetting. In fact, I'm beside the question be or bonding dag of Kwesi. I feel my can castle James May Jumano. The child will come to Banana here for. Or also castle James Obit May Jumana and no. So, bear 4 5 minutes. No more veterinary. So that's a shocker yesterday of veterinary. But Oyerepa Bakafoma has been making some allegations against the vetting committee. Now, the point is vetting committee for Ombudsman bribe. But I'm funny statement into a year, it's even so mommy. Or show Facebook or search for Oliver Bakafoma. Now, no can say. So all the monies the ministerial appointees are being asked to pay to the appointment committee just to get approved. Are those ones not affected by oral? Is the question is asking. Also, so all the monies that the ministerial appointees are being asked to pay to the appointment committee just to get approved, are those ones not affected by oral? Strange Republic. Now, or can of Facebook, or can Facebook and X that is formerly of Twitter. It's, you know, no said to pay just because of this statement that he made. Yes, you won't go PM Parliament now on for evidence and bra. Now, and no, and Honorable Collins or Usamankwa or the executive chairman at the Committee for Public Accountability. It raises some concerns about the appearance of Oliver before the appointment committee. In fact, I don't know, I will kasa quickly. Honorable Collins, what's your name? Hello? It's Collins or Uswa Mankwa at the statement be about. And the statement is based on the Oliver Kaya Ocean or TV you see. No can say the Committee for Public Accountability CPA's attention has been drawn to a various allegations by a certain Oliver Bakafoma. Now, I understand Collins also man kwa ewa man so. What happen? Akwa ba no pay.
Yenya pata.
Number 2 bibia bokoria.
Nyankopon adomenia.
Great. Me statement no. Na and Oliver, he is scheduled to appear before the appointment committee 10 a.m. here. What say one tier says or appear before the appointment committee and what really is your issue on this matter?
Oh, me that's in Akwanya or their mind. Chair Oyerepa for ne a chief for na anopay. As a committee, and your mammy and the China home and say your combi is ya. We are anti-corruption campaigning. Maybe when it comes to bribery and corruption, yes, also as a committee. I feel the interest has to do with promoting Ghanaian business. Then you buy a Ghana, Ghana for Moti on Juma, a bit me a picture. So now we are pro-democracy group. The same intino, the academic, the best one, Yashimukina, Yashimudin, now yet me up building on mine, up picture of mine. And only near ma, basically, the China Hodema up. Now, corruption and bribery. Am I a tumpuna almost in cases of mobile press at the enough and turn on with me a pega? If you might be a water stop for any kind so no, or mine no, a coffin, and put it with Casimo. I mean, say at ho na Oliver Baka Bomo. And the attention changes say ya best to Mrashebe for so you appointment committee. Say don't catch here our appointment committee is when this for no just catch here. It's free. More NDC for Ora Mahama do more baso maya swap for no and a committee not now has them so na Oma do so womo na omu wia womo ajon atu. This is a very, very serious allegation. I'm telling you. Now, when more them look at what alleged allegations we against appointment committee.
Right.
If the appointment committee the process to can say, oh, you alleges must prove it. A branch number baby almost equity scanner from where we sit as a committee is a wrong forum. You can't be a judge in your own cause.
How?
Yes, because one, you're getting separate.
Hello, Collins. Hello. Oh, quite unfortunate. Yeah, you lose your Collins to put across an argument regarding why Oliver Bakavomawo is not supposed to appear before the appointment committee. In fact, no can say you can't be a judge in your own cause, and the lawyers will tell you that. Say assembly for you have to accuse yourself and say you will film now obedi assembly. Yes, you can be impartial, you can be biased in the delivery of judgment, even with how the interrogation will go on. You can even be biased in that regard, you know. Or a committee or person who investigated this matter. But I'll say the appointment committee cannot be the committee to investigate this allegation against them, Ankasa. Is Collins back on the line? Hello? Oh, Collins is not back. Okay. You may share him say because two questions be the manner. Just for clarity and understanding. It's we no nanka ya told you with but since Onyambe do idea I'll come to the studio na fe my name is guest Edin Komo. Derek Cosby Ousu, NDC Ashanti Region Communication Team member, and also call a UST 10 or no the 10 president or Ken Westy, your sign a law student or UST. Now Dr. Keskin Ousu Poku or also so NPP Communication Team member and chair or Babidu. But of course, for now, Derek in the process of becoming a lawyer and the other pay. Derek Akwa.
Paka.
Na bokorie.
Oh, Nyankopon dom bibia boko na on say afi so no asumdua bagana. Ana nkranhye so aba. Ana African for so enya.
Some of your party members are very rowdy. Omukoko offices, as party offices like that day. That is not peace.
Yes, I know you're one of the issues. I think President Mahaman in paying for Asamoah address that issue.
Okay, then hold on for me now. Collins about Collins, now you're making the point to say they cannot be a judge in their own cause. Why?
Why? Because Assembly borders on Rasibijafo. Largely, it borders on appointment committee members. A vetting committee. Almost and a level allegations against them. So, almost na every assembly, abeto to a branch, alleged. Clearly, it's a wrong forum.
It's like a four men and common call. 4 men and back from our uncle.
Anything as a committee, as suggested for independent committee rather than parliamentarians.
Okay. Okay.
Na fe Vienna asotwe bi o bia no na the santanza na for you ready for no mine no bia dwunu ayele clear because what I rehosem say we am na shebedwani say dey na me nua no don break ase ne baba say papa na motu dey wo yeni that dem dey na mo adokro mo amode ti hoyi borders on the integrity, the reputation, the image. It is a conversation. Say 1 2 1 among another as on my yamwa sir allegations that he said bino yeah show coffee my yeah no crap but yeah woman. Let us say we are doing great service to this nation.
But Collins, why are you more parliament to pay? I mean, you've been a former member of parliament. I'm sure you were in the 7th parliament.
At 7th parliament, at 6th parliament. I don't have a parliament in the new.
Is it yes, sure? Because now we need 8 parliament. Great. Now, you know how the appointment committee works. Menoka say NDC, almost 184 members. Core solid members on their part, and no more additional 4 independent MPs on which means 188 now. Does it make sense to you? So because NDC with their average majority would demand money from their own members or more party for to approve them. Does it make sense to you?
Now, Paka, maybe you're now eating command now, catch me say, Epocra and Sutogum.
Me deal.
Huh? I'm not walk, no. Send out
no, because it absolute majority, whether or not, say, minority for the behind, you know, they can use their numbers to approve the minister. So, does it do Obika no, almost. No,
listen. Because we have bad orientation in this country, no. Would you believe say who can't them cry na ya two and say and what is that statement nothing? What is that with na corruption? Bribery and corruption. For any kind a society name. One. A branch here not say. For now, what committee is to also the main castle the okan I no cry not no cray. I just say what the whole a dance there about. So the open talk looking at the numbers involved with and there's no point to say we people put Yama or more. It's not true. So by bonnie or you have no bonnie in the matter. Obi o obeji obi o onji obi o kra na wa wie no so enye ja mo so man no na etua boka de na so no maboa me amadi afefe na ye fe enti aseda we aseda so ho what dey me channel but when dey what say what would do sika anta na ya beto
No, but one can say anything for no or say the committee members. And
no, not here. Baka. No, I can't be no. I branch no. I the Facebook no. One go had the no kind na.
Me can out. And mum fat to so. Or say.
And kind second.
Yam. What's okay anything for?
First post no. Yeah, man. Mentioning majority on the committee say almost difficult of the NDC MPs on the committee.
There, me say yes and no kind. I say so all the monies the ministerial appointees are being asked to pay to the appointment committee to get approved are those ones not affected by Quora. The statement to make here no. Or more anything for the one more MPP.
No.
Appointment committee, including both the NPP and NDC. Collins.
Me pacho, assembly by you can't send me and first allegation has to do with mentioning NDC on the committee. Second allegation, they clarify that the canon or and woman. And the third one, appear before
Collins, I have not seen the NDC and my Facebook courses here. No have mentioning now. There is nowhere our Casas, but don't worry, I'll move on. Don't worry, I'll move on. I'll move on from here. But the reason maybe I say now was 7 parliament because I wanted to be sure about that. Obe Kaya, Mahama Yaga made a similar accusation against at the appointment committee at the time. Anna Jowais, the chairman of the committee. So Obe Kaya Boacheja. Very good. In that instance, Speaker Michael Kwe set up a committee in parliament to deal with the matter. You are an MP. You didn't raise concerns about that. Listen. And Nadia, Obi got the same committee now. You are raising concerns about that.
Baka, the problem in this country, one, politics of equalization. 2, unjustifiable justification. 1, you can't be judged in your own cause. At the end of the day, people still have a doubt there. Now more parliamentarians, no more na moti wana munu numu na mosere. And I say, in order to restore public trust, public confidence, watch out here. In the system, say when it comes to combating corruption and bribery, and say I get it for one. The negotiation and I will be in the business relationship and what they recusing me home. It isn't recusing because it is against principle of natural justice.
But I'm making a point that there is precedent.
In your own court.
There is precedent when you were a member of parliament.
The point is that your wife, not public perception about findings and anything. That is where, as a committee, you say. Until first, adjudicating we would end up still having issue with the public. Say, no credit corruption perception index. Members of parliament, in terms of ranking, we Ghana police service, MPs never know that MPs men are what would they be our quarter at the Mugibi. Almost fast on Mugi. Oh, where yes, some microphone cut at the tomb, Rasebe. And some say, yes, in more appropriate young and year, I hope you have been the before also. I feel before internet issue. Ugulia, Ghana's parliament is corrupt. No, you could tell me, Rasebe Ghana. I don't think I young say. Again, we welcome their preparedness for thorough investigation as a committee. However, we completely disagree with appointment committee. And we want to put it on record.
You made a point.
We disagree with appointment committee.
Right.
So, okay. There are 2 things. Muria, Obiba Sinatra Cafe, Mukra no appear before Mono Mugna. Mudia who be man, no Caribbean or can went near, and one. A branch of the machine, Yamima said, Detroit. And the truckers are almost scandalizing the whole committee, including Parliament. A real life televised program. And the if it must be done, it must be done well. Paka.
The Oliver I know, but him say he cannot be intimidated anyway. But the chair committee, I'm the case openly in public. If I and he addressed the say, "Oh no, one just will be a none of the members so I just will be a Wouldn't that suffice to say, sir? I mean, the committee, no, they are not taking money from anybody.
Oh, sir, it's not enough to claim, say, you are not corrupt.
Right.
Yes. Until you are subjected to straight proof.
Okay.
Straight investigation. Untimenka say, oh, you're corrupt and now you're corrupt. Anything of your constitution, you know, pronounce it obia innocent until you found guilty.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's not enough for you to find. Say, if at 10 o'clock here or Parliament, if they proceed, let's say, money better committee name na ekoswa, what then would the CPA do? Committee number.
Oh, yeah, the self-posterity will be kind to us because at the end of the day, you know, we are back to square one. Trust you me. Oh, money, we are better because na momo to say, it in Koba, no Benya Kukudra, Kassam, and say, Oba, you know, who say, Opesu, Kumina, Monimasina, or say Ghana democracy, no. You see, so it's a dangerous move on the part of the appointments committee to invite the young man before them to adjudicate this matter.
Honorable College Osama, Medasi, College Osama, former MP, and also the executive chairman, Edema Committee for Public Accountability, raising very genuine concerns about Oliver Bakavoma or Parliament Appointment Committee. What friend is on the Payomna, Emeina, no, said I'm showing the post, you know. He's making the points for them just on needs, you know, or more approval. But I've made the case to the point to him, say, NDC has absolute majority in Parliament. Whether or not MB before will agree or disagree, they can use their numbers, you know, to approve their own members. It's, you know, for anybody to suggest, say, committee, you know, but he's made the point, say, Pokra, in show a togum. So it's in the all canon. Dr. Keskin, oh, Supoku. On said that meeting ye, papa, but my fun, sir. Doc, Akua the pay.
Mira, so
now, oh, yeah, dear.
Namia do now, so
let me hold your pa. I need you Fuguno by.
Oh, yeah, I'm an Africanist. Means we can say maybe now me call a year Canada. My bag no Fugunkwana Yuma.
I see.
I'm sorry, Professor is old rabbit matu.
Which got to be a share and
I think there's a big industry within the fabric sector, especially with Fugu. It fits for every occasion.
Cut across, Fugu they cut across.
Now, they might come in and they say, I don't know, and they catch a Friday when go.
No, okay, I mean, should be Fugu Fridays.
No, as soon as I make official works.
You can take for Monday.
Parliament, not the Biama Botai, Kuntai, Abraham Kabich, my chef, something. And okay, boosting that industry, no. And I think these are things as part of decolonizing our minds, no. I say you take
yeah. No, you agree on that. Now, it was a for certain kings, but if I have a trust, Doctor lawyer, let me to make it 20 on or say after election be a peace for them. Because they be a peaceful sir. The party funny days, some winning Yamrasam and Mamasam that day. I was street, you know. So that is not what Ghanaians voted for. Now, President Mamminche, when there's a minute, now, some sort of
Paka almost say. Regards to such an unfortunate incident, you know, there has been a precedence as I know previous
again.
But that's not the way to go.
Okay.
And NDC, our position to the Republic of Ghana, President John Dramani Mahama, and NDC to extent, to extent. Now,
the customer misbehave.
I understand. Oh, say, now later it turned out to be say, now they be moved to prevent the MP before no more be mu say, lose power no come move state assets state in your man. Now later start turning out by who say MPP for ya Korea no move power na bi mu so ya agitated. Say party no power no omo nya bibi enti omo dem ho aforeforum for man. Enti who say hu other videos ah yeah honorable Joseph Yamin omko timi ekohu baby na ya stock fertilizers. The whole house. It's, you know, in one way or the other, we know certain actions be of course is no good for the country. And people are condemning. But in one way or the other, as well as in protecting state assets also. Okay. So two ways I showed the two dimensions. This is our issue.
The Americans say if we are resetting Ghana, we must not repeat the mistakes of the past.
Oh, exactly. It is a matter of
resetting Ghana.
Exactly.
And yeah, no correct. And this is also some years. You didn't show over the Masama catcher and say, I feel I'm about. My mom bear 4 or 5 months. Now, we have a budget in the year. Better now. We have a budget in the year. That is when we will do proper interrogation of more activities. And about the pedia, you're opening the best. I don't know what's okay. Executive back of Collins Madi and I say
Mamincha wonderful. Now I think Collins raises a very legitimate concern.
Right. Of course, and
I think over the period, we've all had concerns in tier parliament and on one person judges in their own cases. Yeah. But it's also part of the structure of parliament.
Exactly.
So that's why more privileges committee,
True.
And the point also must be made, say the fact that parliament into me a judge in their own doesn't warrant now maybe they say Mama Yarega the majority leaders say maybe we'll make a similar allegation.
I make a Collins.
Or parliament I expect Mama Yarega to also bring the evidence and as I know.
Oh no, so I was in parliament at the time, so I remember Clinton Mikhail. At the time, no Kwesi allegation. In fact, for those of you who don't remember, na ye vete Boache and Oya allegation said Boache Jako ama members of the parliament committee 3,000 Ghana cedis each at the time. This was in 2017. Kwesi bebe Ghana almost set up a committee. Even a committee, he couldn't prove the allegation. He couldn't prove the allegation. So later he came to apologize for saying that no one of kind. That was the finality of the case.
There is this behavior in Ghana. I think say hedging. Obidi say muna boss have apologized.
I will apologize.
Or mine bia a day have apologized in kwani or mine nkoso. And that is governance and in public service. We must say this blunt. I think sometimes we need to call a spade a spade. Then this 4 year post December 7th no irresponsible.
Yeah, carry and is that a conversation? No, but conversation. Let's not digress. Let's 1 minute on that. Right.
They see in the past no. It is condemnable. It doesn't justify the responsibility of today.
Of
you
the present
come back and tell me, say, Joseph Ramian a PMMC, or Bubulon Van a movie good, or cost of inside go for Ghana good. That was irresponsible. And then the NDC for Kabaya baby, Kamuslinka, or the case is here, can be playing this as well. But this for Museu. I know that's it. Then come back and tell you.
So, what's it there? No, me, I don't
you don't even have to go there.
But the issue about time. You don't so it's something like cross-board.
Right.
And that's irresponsible.
Yeah, very, very bad. And say catching this for
exactly.
And I say but let's get to our conversation for this morning, which is a year Stephen Opuni Diano. Stephen Opuni, Samba Kaya 2017, 27 charges against the man. Fast forward 8 years down the line, and it's about them. No, me say, "Oma fali no le possible." What it means is that the states, and I say, minor, they are no longer interested in pursuing the matter. It's an Oma withdraw all the charges. 2017 now, Oma withdraw against the man. Before me back a year, the exono. Me enti Opuni Andra Abra Attorney General Mika Dominica Yedi. A court made the point, You see the reaction of Stephen Opuni.
authority belongs to the Almighty God and not human beings. And our other, the living God I serve, has disgraced and has cursed all my enemies, my persecutors, and my destiny haters. That's all I'll say.
So you see a very elated man, a year Stephen opening that should have also for the past 8 years. And finally, was me Ashen Honum Yam. Yama, then town that town for ne or mom panasing the enemies in Omina Omoni Evu. Now, Derek, let me start with you because when I was to see and Mona Masamaba. Clearly, Obeka said NDC, more disappointed Ghana for. This is a man, he's been charged for corruption. This is a man, he's been charged for causing financial loss to the state. One team for 1 man team po, and to shine Kratemo. Say, Bejano. Is that the way to go?
Okay, Parker, Misha the president of the land, President John Dramani Mahama, and the Yema, Professor Jenano Pukwajima, the first female vice president of Ghana, and NDC Penny Fonina. Now, with regards to Dr. Opuni and Agongo issue, right. This is a clear case of political persecution. Where your case are actually say MPP4, I didn't know Kasa. MPP4 will do all what they can. So I'm best say no matter issue image without any evidence. Somebody prosecute you. In opposition, MPP in opposition, 2015, 2014. They said a whole lot of things in a campaign in the die moment of the election in 2016. And some bread good Dr. Punini, President Mahama in Mwase. And some of them can pay for myself. Opinion of opinion of Coco board, or my Ghana Coco board. Stand said, near massive improvement. Oh, Ghana Panam, one, or procurement breaches. Two, also the sports misrepresentation. To extent, say corruption is also Coco board.
Are these not facts?
They are not facts. Not even and they are not facts.
We gave facts, and I'm happy you're a student lawyer like law school. Yeah. What's your fact sheet now? It is true. Say you can fertilizer, but say the Makukufua. Or say CSIR phone. No, the standard and the quality of the fertilizer. That's number one. So it's a fact. Number one. Fact back on number two. Say the fertilizer itself is substandard. That is also a fact. It's Sasma okay, it is Obi. The Wako Trace cannot be my substandard fertilizer. To cocoa farmers, a bear for cocoa. You don't think they'll say a prosecutor sign back on.
Paka, Sekasi be a factor in law to read it. Right now, who say, oh, that's a fact. That's a fact, and not just the layman's perspective say, no crew. Say, Nipana.
Okay.
Now it's up to you to come to court and prove so a criminal prosecution. I don't want to call you. So who is what alleges not what proof?
True.
Now you will give them the opportunity 8 solid years. Nipa moguni who for 8 solid years. Say LPP4. You have all the state institutions to prosecute this man. Acquire a malicious prosecution, a political persecution, and a more back on. All because of any NDC. For 8 years, Ghana as a state, 8 million, not a single 27 charges.
Yeah, 27 charges.
Not even a single charge. And I'm with him the SOCD. And so you call the NDC or the new government to come and continue this malicious prosecution or political persecution.
But why are you not looking why are you not looking at the issues where opening using the influence? In fact, we believe in public procurement. Sourcing of Asieduaa Gongo NDC because you know see that always NDC man. Why are you not looking at those issues too? Then again, or the substandard fertilizer buyer, a year center for scientific research for actors and a substandard. Why are you not looking at that part of the story? And I'm let I say, investigation. No, you're substandard. Must we encourage that to public officer?
What we say, Parker, Ghana pay our public procurement laws. So sourcing and that's a single source never. Single source is not illegal. It is this MPP4 And we year campaign with single source and sole sourcing in 2015. Say when you back on single source or sole sourcing, illegal. No. Even single source and sole sourcing, they are two different things altogether. But our laws in Ghana talks about single sourcing. As a single sourcing, although we have other suppliers, but you believe that this person is the right person with the capacity and has the knowledge or the expertise in supplying that particular product or embark on that particular contract. And our laws of Ghana, single source procurement as necessary, he said he can embark on single source through the approval from PPA. It is why I Yama 8 solid years. Opinion I will see what Ghana for Sika. We see what we are Ghana Sika. What the Ghana dream. When for Emra or the editor and Ghana, and I say they are the contracts. For 8 years. MPP Mutia be more intimate prosecution papa. For 8 years. MPP more not even an iota or truth and within 27 charges, not even a single charge, and the team so far say. So why do you then come out and tell Ghanaians say, opinion na you say even na pension na cocoa board, £2 Sa opinion no e bone. Na that the one ko fa ne buy na Mr. Edu na pension cocoa board e ka joso. Cocoa board ma cocoa buying companies na mu na run it down at a loss no. Ono de na mu say you have to prosecute the person. Because no money such a person when it comes to a criminal liability, sir, it's not only about the act, it's about the omission. Yeah. So Jumadi say we didn't want to say Jumadi in Pukrampona and quite me proceed. That's not Attorney General Sadiana.
But so the facts I will say I go for facts and that's the final question about Dokuso. Say I didn't see that Attorney General buy make a new one. When you butcher and chef fast in the because say you also not doing into chef fast in obehu say ebia we be cool but in temper you show in indeed 2 weeks wakwa ja papa no it tells you that your political interest say ebia office nka adja papa ne ye no pene ye in the interest of the nation no also hwen kata no at least if 4 or 5 months now kokko now so no I didn't be in my but she said what the buy that's what the problem is. Papa no we dig Ghana bro me kadom the kaye in this bank we dig Ghana bro back during this day. You agree?
There be only Ghana bro. Go to Ghana.
One check time no review document.
You can never go to court. Oh bra, you go to execute a nullity required. So what you say? Clearly, no, court as an experienced lawyer with Dr. You are 30 years of experience outside the Ghana Attorney General. Yeah. He has the experience. It's when you get a document, the document is already there, and the issues has already been established. Even a student of law will know, say, there is no criminal liability in this situation, and I say in this case. And they went to court with a reason why it's a state in the Antwerp case, because in 8 years. You know, no pokrapo no say no pokrapo. No allergy na no no asaso any opponent in pono. When people in 8 years in prosecute no. It's in the Ghana as a state we realize say sansem na ye hodo rather sem. Okay. Nukra bia ni na ye konto pose ma ye de gu nipa ho fin. And to embark on that tangent no ebe wie che no the person can after criminal prosecution no betimi akọ in civil suit against the state. Say the state back on malicious prosecution. Then we have to go and pay money.
Oh, so you can even file a case against the state.
Yes. If say who said you're trying to happen the abasa no. See any rights be say be say no. Let's say chire just charges anymore. The person can go into a civil suit and file a malicious prosecution against the state. No, that's what boyaka view. And do you have to go to that tangent? Daddy.
I see. Okay. Doc. I remember also. So NPP and I remember when the case first broke, because now me following number court reporter. I remember a few interviews we did with the former Attorney General, Gloria Kufu. I'll make it a point. So case we did 27. I cried 2 papa pano. No with them. 27 charges against opening. Not even one for 8 years. It's why is the NPP worried and crying over the fact that and this is about Omojai ASM?
Now I think Minya should understand few things. At least we're a law student.
Law student.
I'm a political economist. So and luckily for me, I've done a lot of work on this kind of things.
Okay.
The kind, you can say, be smell of corruption and a corruption be woman. And people use the law to steal.
True.
Anna, your friend, it could be our more from public expenditure and finance accountability prefer.
Okay.
Or more make a very good analogy be said. Single sourcing might happen, but single sourcing must be an exception rather than the rule.
True.
Because they be you may be used to go for a bit me produce.
True.
What do you mean? Say we're going to name answer or the fertilizer.
You want or cry?
Exactly. It's even other companies so we go for a bit me produce fertilizer.
Yeah, or cry.
Because we are single sourcing and many mono are based on procurement act. So because conditions say they are single sourcing no, and they say if the expertise near limited. One, if say nipa no be provide our services, or no so the agency of the time said Drew. We have some competitive tendering. They make what I say.
Yeah,
so all these things and they may go on. It's will be a single source now. While it might not directly say something where US can it smells of
corruption.
Especially when Adina Okotono a bit of will bring. The two to me know a person minia etias and say court to be a making a determination say charges now on the boss say do agungu any opunino. Wrong.
Yeah, nobody has said that.
Assembly of courts.
That's all on casa.
Maybe.
Attorney General.
Exactly. The point must be made, say, in the course of the case, no, or maybe make an issue, say, they are judged, no, bias, so they have to change the judge. The new judge by was say, ultimately, Kosha same free baby away, you know. That's what Kosha say for.
That's true.
It's the DHS. I know. When you and one Amuka said the use of justice grinds slowly. And then the legal maximum, no. But we must also understand, say, in Ghana, there's something in our politics, a friend post-regime accountability. Post-regime accountability, say, I buy the free war, I buy who for the young one, they enforce soon kumbi, so the Kotata, I bind that down in Crawford. All right,
any post-regime accountability.
How many from?
Even no more.
But on the same length, no, the Nepal courts, no, already were trying to get the knowledge prosecute. Not prosecuting that say NDC Attorney General want to say oh who nyansen be a case we it on to us you
right
it's not some court nyansen you am gisan ka judge no ko abeto asem na to atwene ana by now ka determination yaba
but ana say we enough legs to stand on
so said we are going to lawyer file say lawyer file say o case dey no case practically what I say a malicious prosecution
but they filed a no case
and it failed.
They filed a no case
and it failed.
It's failed in court.
Exactly. It is say, oh, Attorney General NDC we can say, oh, NDC ni what court didn't know. Assembly crowd they say, I bet mu be man. And that judge can wanna walk out.
But he had the power, doc. You wait me fast tracking your quickly. But when to me
as some of the BI can see the views of justice grant
slowly. True.
That procedural name myself and also my processes no long. We quite to me I would say are too forcing. So processes are procedural demand of the winning the case. Not on substance, no. Or the procedure the man I win case them. The point I'm making is say process is not part of the legal
case
structure.
No.
What I say? Process is not a part of the way of delivering justice. It's a process is not delivering justice any longer. You don't come and tell us it's answer that will be case that how many years? I'm waiting.
What case?
I'm going to end this. So the assess can name January.
The assess can we judgment so to scan.
I'm saying that's it.
Tell me 2018 20.
Let me just say, but as I say, but it was for some time. Even a bright so chess can card. Or just getting your case in your concluded. But still going. Practically. So what are we talking about? Before I making it say, Obi Akko fertilizer 270 million Ghana. 71 million Ghana. For whatever is wealth, there are issues in court. NDC, Attorney General buying, or say on to us be. What I say, but the good thing is say criminality. Meaning, say once another government could be man. Double jeopardy, so whatever. Because we can't call beyond punishing. Exactly. So the can say NDC for ampa or mobile one who say criminal agent I don't come as probably my man. Or it's not going to be any different. What I say, even another the normal institution the crown are exhausted. As our casa in most instances, but NDC may say we wish them well. Nobody's going to complain. Where there's a need for people to also pursue legal remedies, no. But you say pursue legal remedies because I believe says that issue where or push under the carpet, no, is one of the mistakes I ever followed John Dramani Mahama.
Oh, I see. But do you strongly believe, say, opening case, a bio case of prosecuting? Do you strongly believe?
I strongly believe, say, Ukwakoto Adia Bregana Koto substandard is criminal. I strongly believe, say, Ukwakoto Adia Bregana, now where you see the right processes are, is criminal. Right. Because any will see a Ghana Sika. It's my court process, no any Juma. Now, court process near Juma, at the end of the day, we say, way in the CA, when the CA, then you are cleared. What I say, to me, I believe in due process. I believe in this investigative stuff. And then what's the matter? My chimney home, Hishim, we show me an the Mesu legal remedy. I take that against you.
Won't you rather say that Senator post accountability with Jimmy? What can one say me? Ebia munya buche meka MB from mobile no. Munya buche anye proper investigation into the matter. In order to get solid evidence to prosecute the man. And it's a failing in this particular case.
There was no failing here. Dan Kofo Mako court declare say omonya boni. Dan Kofo some people abandon mo court edo butumu. As Abenendis was omonya hwe. Yeah. What I say? Yeah. So the only litmus test for what that's why boni na anya boni the court. But some the court ni NDC aban attorney general kase me ye free ho no a. Then obi antimi kase we na aban previous government failure. Knowing very well say in the midst almost at the tail end of the case open lawyer I'm filing say are they a judge near bias in case something
because I mean the point the point was that the judge was making some pronouncement here or say we predetermine the case obe jail opening it's not pay the rules there's no to be petition judge I mean
so I understand perfectly that is why it's part of the process it's no judge no buyer or for you don't expect say or buy judgment within 2 days. So we should understand these things. But DC is playing the politics with it. That's fair. Because also say even with accountability, behind a year post-regime accountability, there's also the politics of accountability. Right. I mean, ora na nsema mo kanyina me de say eya mpanyifo na omo di NDC ni mo parliament mu ntaka hayo na edusu na omo aka no ye buso omo so na obi acquire state land omo fi omo team na state land and say they be criminal so the noise we could at be making no noise no pa the pivot
is the value of the money
the value of the money per se
value you know that let's matter in proper perspective not 100,000. I mean,
there's an issue. Exactly. There's an issue. So that's what the problem is. That's not getting the case. That's what the problem is. That's not making. You are still getting the case I'm making. Because they say it will be our acquired state property in the wrong way. Let's deal with it.
Okay.
But okujato any nkofo the politics of accountability or moye no. Self-seeking, half-minded.
Okay.
What just say? Say if some more issue, I can tell you about whatever when say it will make more sense if you a register of people or talk state properties or more turn say that we can have a comprehensive discussion.
Yeah, that's true.
But your back near best winner as we have to call them as we no turn in 2015 2016.
And to be fair to the fact, your role is more time no side.
Exactly so.
To be fair to the fact.
Exactly so why do we turn and pretend? But on this matter, I think say the Attorney General made a wrong move. Okay. I think say it's a bad move to make, especially at the point that you never say corruption fights. You be saying what you do, they say NDC ni bi wona say oh aban mu sesia no ko de sakobus kema say beto no and then ya clear opuni otina say obi for koye bi in another institution or the NDC ni ana and unim NDC has a certain record. Oh, they be omo say omo na omo Muhammad de Abugapeli court. But no, so you follow the case. When we did GDA report and the court verdict now. At the point Kakajaji took case actually. That story was also reported by a former state. Yeah. Come on to case because also a fake case the cry. Not NDC not lawyers the crime. What just say? It's signing money in our coso. Under NDC in the last 8 years, irrespective of the dog and a corona cost in the previous MVP not even a chicken. Or successfully prosecuted. Successfully is the word. On the other side, MPP buy there are several evidence to show. Say NCA there, snake there, other people we are moving so about buying cable. And the government could follow through. What do I say?
Apart from NCA there is no other case which is successful apart from NCA.
The banking sector cleanup.
Okay, banking sector. Is that connected? Politically connected cases.
Politically connected cases are quite interesting. I may change say, what the Attorney General is going to do.
Okay,
any aura, any answer by said Nam Tamakludi.
Oh, and it's a judgment about that.
Judgment about, but they need to locate it.
No, but you, of course, judgment about.
Meaning we can say my.
It's they have nothing. They have nothing to say.
No. Attorney General was putting in excuses. Sadly, the woman wasn't present, so the judgment was in default. Make sure they obey this time.
Okay.
And make sure
that's a good point.
Make sure locate him. Then we can know say if they are principled people. And they are fighting corruption. Because it will even embolden Obia Kabia ordinance.
I see. Doc Medasi, you have a few things to say.
Quick one.
Wow. But Dr. Bamia video already, Mamwa. In the next 2 minutes, I'm coming in.
Yes. Quick one. Say now when you enter knowledge policy choir, I answer that hobby say, oh, fuck it, I just me boy.
Oh, yes, I'm
on some kind, and somehow. Say, yeah, enter knowledge policy choir. Attorney General say case, you know, only evidence be because a case in it or share.
One is also who are the coach.
Yes, it's yes, so evidence. And a case can say, I can say. Now, no post AG Dr. Ayentano. It doesn't make sense because say I answer the hobby say boni bia depending say the age you enter this process very good. And I'm saying Ghana Web in February 2021. I say Gloria Ekufu not obliged to give reasons for discontinuing Aisha once trial. Go for the dame.
Okay.
To a extent, say arrogantly, the Deputy Attorney General, then MPP Attorney General, enter only prosecute say Aisha one and not all say yes.
It's true.
Illegal mining.
It's true. And the
some I mean, it enter no prosecute.
So if at the time,
before you you always want to turn a DB who say illegal process and legal procedure. I dare no. Oh yeah, they always want to make it say a bonnet or a position. And I'm a single source in a loss. But Otina actually say single sourcing our loss on and so breach law. Who said that?
It shouldn't be the norm.
No, it shouldn't be the norm. Must not be the norm. That wasn't the norm in Kukubo.
It's an exception rather than the law.
It's not an exception in the law. It is not an exception in the law. Methods of procurement. You can Google and get it right now in the House of Parliament. I can challenge him. It is not an essential part of the general rules of methods of procurement. We have methods of procurement. We have price quotation. We have procurement experts, and I'm telling you, we have price quotation. We have price quotation. We have price quotation. Read from the act. Kesson, please, when you were talking, I was here.
No, don't.
Read from the act. It is not. Your price quotation, your national competitive tendering, your international competitive tendering, your restricted tendering, your single sourcing, a part of it is not an exception. So why do you sit here?
You're so sourcing. You can say a bonio, and your bonnet.
It's an exception. It shouldn't be the norm.
And say a year normal.
Exactly.
At any time we try Debiano, we are single source.
Exactly.
And I make say Debiano, no.
And I make say
what I say.
And I make say because we will procure single source. The approval must come from the Public Procurement Authority. And what we said, Dr. Pony complied.
Okay.
It is the what's now the argument.
What can say at the start of the show, me catch up. If you are seeking to reset Ghana, don't repeat the mistakes of the.
We are not repeating it.
That is exactly.
We are not repeating anything.
About Gloria.
Very good.
You are seeking to justify.
No way.
Dominic Ayeni has done today. And making the point that only like Obia and Senator. So on my mind, the reason why
that is what they said. No. That's what discontinue. That is what Odame said. And I'm referring to say, yeah, we've not made a case against Odame Kan's Assembly. Say, he was wrong in saying that.
You actually did.
We didn't make any case. Say, I'm
not too sure you
say no prosecute. Oh, enter no prosecute. We didn't make any case. And then now you sit here and tell us no prosecute.
Don't enter a voice, Nadia. I'm say Oluchi on Shadan Kasai baby at the first. I may be wrong. I mean, those of you who know, correct me if I'm wrong, but this appears to be the first public pronouncement after the lawsuit. No, after I say consider.
Meeting for fear or Kasai.
Oh, say public.
O say public.
Oh, they say meeting. They say na ekukom na. They be na media ni o. E mo na media. Oh, sana media. Oh, okay. It's what can say be wrong. I'm not can delve into it, but let's listen to him for listening sake now. Maybe a phone lines in their mouth. Because me show me time, and see how I can do this. But yenti about me. If I okay,
choosing leaders is being entrenched. These institutions that should determine our growth are becoming weak and endangered. Several reasons account for this. First, when we place partisan, ethnic, and other interests over and above competence in appointments to these institutions, we are simply creating mere edifices and structures to reward cronies, creating avenues for reluctant Democrats to get a backdoor route to autocracy and misgovernance. Second, there is a growing phenomenon in our democracy whereby people deliberately run down these independent and accountability institutions purely on emotive reasons, especially when these institutions decide, as they should, to uphold the law in the interest of the masses and in strict fidelity to the law. Ladies and gentlemen, it is rather alarming that sometimes these bastardizations of the institutions are undertaken by people with loud voices, people with professional and technical pedigrees, and people who know the truth as espoused by these institutions. For these people, partisan and sectional interests are often packaged as technical and professional opinions, thereby setting up these institutions up for public ridicule, scorn, and disdain. This has often set the stage for people with no appreciation of the issues at stake to run amok, eroding public confidence in these institutions and causing substantial damage to our democracy. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I need to touch on a closely related matter to the quality of institutions. Indeed, it is an extension of that point. It is about what we used to know in the past. In times when democracy was threatened, it was usually the case that a group of people with a known leader would take up arms and assume control of state power and institutions. The group or its leader would proceed to abolish elections, ultimately collapse democracy, and declare a dictatorship. This is gradually giving way, even though a few spots still exist for this path to toppling the democratic order, as we have seen in the sub-region recently. In place of that is an orchestrated hollowing out of democratic structures and processes and taking full control of the state and related organs, making it nearly impossible for the political opposition to win elections. This is a potent way to bury democracy by placing form over substance and depriving democracy of its essential functions. Ladies and gentlemen, in other words, the form is democratic, but the substance is obdurate dictatorship. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the biggest threats to democracy today is what I call the next meal principle. Before I make my point, I need to...
Right, that is Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, former Vice President of the Republic of Ghana and also the 2024 NPP presidential candidate. Okay, now they say Ghana, one of the biggest challenge, and I probably want to say, we're appointing for the Akua agencies, the Ministry of Makoye Juma. I had them pimping, the Madame for Seminary, the party seminar. I am more. I didn't him. I'm a omwa. I can beat my Juma pano. I appoint you. A can be. And I'm agencies, entimi nye adwuma se na wo se eye no we the doc mesre mama about 3 minutes be on this one na che wa dwuma so quick na fi member the excellent before light my friend
yo minia
no can say odika
oh yeah doc can odika because so share the way I hear politics on my more issues ni be hono I think say we've been so dishonest over the past.
Right.
But I mean, you see the issue of ECG.
Okay.
Abanye say you privatize ECG. Then I joined the Napokan. Obeye minister within days. Then okay. Yeah. Also ECG Abanye influence free more. Like government, cannot ECG. You need to inquire the ECG shouldn't be privatized.
Right.
Government MPP government intervening with ECG and ECG function.
Or buying
also ECG must be privatized. I think say do be our when people say about America, people with knowledge, pretend say they don't. No man misinforming the public. Now public no the two idiotry. Okay, ahead of the elections, we could just have like here and a government lands and go for and we Abuja problem response. Say 2016-2018 I'm on answer say. We could have response even on the buy. Just see, I said that bad one thing, see about misinforming. And part no can be about people putting cronies in government.
Yeah.
All parties are culpable.
Of course, I mean,
and I was hoping say, baby, I had to say, John Mahama be sure be free home. But he didn't.
I see.
He didn't.
He hasn't?
No, he hasn't. What does it? What's an appointment, CBO and the connection straight to himself, to Ibrahim, to a said, you think I go like, okay, that's what you're competent to. Yes, I'm not qualified. The same arguments and I say you go for qualified and I'm also the same things and they so and they may not be the only qualified people. Exactly. So my point is that we've been so dishonest over a course of time.
Very dishonest.
If any lawyer, now lawyer bit by your drum again for you home faswa. That's a lawyer a bad on my line in the pocket. And I can okay issue. But give me any dishonesty. And that's the point Urabamia is making. Also, public institutions you get into a public institution and practically it's like an extension of any of the political parties.
Yeah. Depending on who is in government.
Who is in government? Yeah. Whereby, which we chew and go for in Kogu Siberia. We say we are suspected MPP near mafia. And NSS officer, and this boys and goes on free office. Stadium, Kumasi Sports Stadium. Staff for Mugor Momania Party for will be Abbas on the NDC. Soldier or BNP. A best in the past. But moving forward, no, you should be being free home if you are thinking of building strong institutions. Medicine Obama Ghana or say we need strong institutions. No, listen anymore. Your only problem, they say, strong institutions are not built by unprincipled men and women.
That's true.
Strong institutions are not built by weak men and women.
True.
In Ghana, the unprincipled men and women, no, and the weak men and women, no, I am more no, a dozen. So you get people getting there and no mean as a bootlicking. Who are you? What is they say who bondo? Say what public officers here, na Ibrahim Mama, we go against him. The same way and then people are buying no, now go for me to go against the likes of us and to another people.
Yeah.
But if the thing is true, if the thing is factual, if the thing is productive, why should it care? Why should anybody care? Say Ibrahim Mama is involved, and I say Antimedia is involved.
No,
and I think that is where, as a country, we need to move towards.
Medasi, Derek,
Paka,
I mean, see you quickly on this one.
Yeah, Peobia or very dishonest in the history of Ghana politics and African politics, and Dr. Baumia. He's so dishonest to a sense that in 2 weeks I lose with 38%. We also said in 2 weeks already lose with 38%. 41 before in fact the other constituency. Let's stick to 41. Okay, fine. In 2 weeks lose with 41%. Unprecedented loss in the issue of Ghana in just 2 weeks. And what is right? And then African countries in Nigeria Nigeria say he knows what is right. So now you are against what is right. Oh, Mr. Keskin, and I'm sure. Go ahead. And now he knows what is right. And then now they have the moral right. Not more appointed party members. Any baby mamas to public institutions. Keskin, do Oh,
what point the
Keskin, do you
do baby? Some expressions you have. Nana do baby mama no
Virginia Hesse Virginia Hesse
but you don't make no
no
make no
Oh, sir. I don't know about this.
You don't have to. Keskin.
Are you sure about this?
You be unfair to me. You be unfair to me because Okasa
just 2 minutes.
To extent say in 2 weeks now lose election no. And they will no say you appointed technocrats to state institutions. No, onim say MP before no more appointed more party apparatus, baby mamas and family and friends to state no onim say sadden, no onim say na some economy no onim. Na onim so no na so yaman ambassador position to AU no onim ana. No so no na contact onya NADMO deputy director no onim ana. He didn't know. So these people are clear people are just say the moment they go in opposition they get different mindset. What's the because yeah, because ECG privatization, yes, and how many people say PDS, take over ECG in the parliament? And what did you do? You gave it the authority to say, privatize ECG. Oh, keep quiet. Yeah, mama, some opportunity, no, say, privatize ECG. Then I'm here with PDS. You chopped our money to extend the scarce American government, the brand, that's going to call back. What do you call two lawsuits? Sky for ECG, but PDS will not be able to make an account to it. And we are telling President Mama say he will investigate PDS and ensure say all state officials not into this deal Ghana they'll be prosecuted.
Okay, so in fact we don't know anything about that.
That's what I'm saying.
We want to dissociate ourselves from the comment because let
me bring some clarity here. Just like these allegations and Kofoya Ramika say, some that irresponsible allegation and Kofoya. These are not allegations. Okay. And to attack another baby mama said I won't another DNA test. It was a baby mama. And I make us say, honestly, what is what people are saying?
That's what people are saying.
Exactly. It's unreasonable to sit on such a stage.
That's what people are saying.
And making such points.
I said again. I know Justin and I know.
Exactly. You have to make that allegation. I know.
I'm in the front lines in the march for quickly. Now, Ghana for 0594192409 0322497264 MVP NDC. Because I got a problem in Nigeria for me anyway. Problem in Nigeria.
I said
0594